So yeah, I did like peek at this counter battery timer one, which is another like, it's not endless like this other challenge one is. It's the enemy keeps shooting at you till you die and see how many units you can get rid of. But that did unlock another ammo type that's just like a cluster ammunition. But this one, it sounded ominous. It's Iron Nest has drawn counter battery fire before, but never like this. Something out there is matching Iron Nest shot for shot. I also think I had to put myself in this corner. Or I was covering the clipboard with my notes. Oh, okay, we're just like right into it. Open, please. Thank you. You're not supposed to let the steam out of the steampunk pipes. Thank you. Start the engine and reposition immediately. Emergency move. Okay, one of the missions I played did teach me how to start the engines. So it's not like this is the first time I'm seeing it. Did it start? I think it started. I can't hear anything over all the shelling. Okay, we're good. Emergency move. Where did I leave that emergency move card? Here it is. Of course, now we're not going to know where the hell we are, but that's better than getting shot at. I'm sure this is also horrendously loud. I did have to turn the game capture down for Iron Nest. I forgot to do that. Sorry. If I had to guess, this means someone else has built an Iron Nest type weapon of their own. Did our engine die again? What is going on? I shouldn't have closed this. I probably didn't leave these centered enough and it got pissy, I don't know. Or just all the walking around upset it. Oh. Okay. Okay, the counter battery timer stopped because we did an emergency move, so they don't know where we are. High command to Iron Nest. Unidentified battery engaged in your position. Relocation successful. So this would explain why at the end of the last mission, there was all this friendly fire stuff. Unidentified battery remains... Okay. We have deployed 3 listening posts in your sector. Unidentified battery remains active and will open fire again once it has reacquired you. Locate and destroy enemy spotters. When the unidentified battery re-engages you, they will provide intel. Note, each of the enemy spotters destroyed adds 90 seconds to the counter battery timer. Iron Nest position, unknown. We'll have to use that, There's one that gives us intel on where the hell we are. Yes, report Iron Nest position. Ooh. Okay, so we'll probably have to do this twice. I don't know where we started, but I guess emergency move just moves us anywhere. Okay. I assume emergency move, like, moves us in some very random erratic pattern. I guess A1, I assume it's just going to give us, like, a distance or a bearing. Convoy, eyes on Iron Nest. You're kind of hard to miss. Okay. And then let's do T9. Okay. Getting like two diagonals really far from each other should give us fairly good accuracy. Okay, I guess we're actually really close to T9. T9. Oh, I guess there is a 10. Can I not set this to 10? You can't. Interesting. Okay, so T9 4-1. We are 2.40 kilometers. Okay, so we're somewhere on that dotted line. And then A178. 74 degrees. Okay. Granted, we could be plus or minus half a degree from this far away. Actually, that might not be ideal. Let me see. What would 73 and a half? I think it'll be good enough, but we may want to try and nail our position down a little better. 74 and a half. Jeez. Okay, so we could be anywhere along that line, actually. Maybe we'll get another report from S5. It's only 3 points. But because they'll start firing as soon as our next shell lands, we're probably going to want to try and line up as many shots ahead of time as possible, and I don't want to have to worry about them missing. So, yeah, S4, I guess. S4. How the hell did they find us again? They can just see us, I guess? That's great. And I didn't even get my listening posts down. Okay. Or did they not even shoot at us? They shot over there. No, they definitely know where we are. I guess we need to move again. That's inconvenient. Okay, I guess we have to move a little bit faster than that. I don't even know if we have shells or anything. I was sort of taking my time, but I guess I will not be doing that. Why did this close? Okay, so they're definitely an iron nest type thing because they're moving around too. Well, that's inconvenient. Oh, sure, now you tell me where I was to where I am. Great. Okay, well, I guess first we need to figure out where the hell our spotters are. Or did we lose one? This is bad. Okay. Okay, listening post 1 is at T7. That's probably what was blown up, right? T783. Okay, so they're trying to blow up our spotters as well. That's great. S2 93. Okay, so those are the numbers then. Okay. No, that can't be right. T6. Am I dumb? T684? That's it. Okay. We see something there, so I guess I have no idea where we are. So what do I even pick? N1, I guess, and Q something. Q9. We'll go with it. Do we have any rounds? We have no rounds. This isn't armored, is it? Nope. Okay. We'll just do cluster ammo, I guess. Get something loaded in here anyways. Okay. N198. 98. And this is 35 degrees. Okay. Q9. Q9. 31. Okay, we got another bearing, which makes this somewhat easy. 2931. What bearing? 175. 175. 175. Okay. So we want to shoot from here to, I'm hoping that's an enemy spotter. It's an enemy. We're going to go with it. Okay, that's 2.11 kilometers. It's going to be 1 powder charge. We don't even have to be all that super duper accurate, honestly. Bearing 3.7. Okay. Three, 7. Okay, and we need to be at 25 degrees. Yeah, I know. I grabbed the handle before it stopped. It's fine. They're definitely going to know where we are now. Do we have anyone else we see? Not really. Okay, that gives us 100 seconds. New location somewhere within Q5? Is that the enemy? Listening post 3. Listening post 2. Ooh, we should get like a large armor piercing for this or something. Okay. Okay. It's 16 kilometers. Oh, shoot. I didn't write down which post it was. Post 3, post 2. Okay. Post 3. It's 16.3 kilometers, which is actually pretty far. 16.33. Okay. And listening post 2. 279. I really hope these listening posts haven't moved, have they? Listening post 3 is at T6. I think that's right. Listening post 2 is at S2. Yeah, okay. 279. 279. 279. Okay. So they should be here. Oh boy. Could you stop shaking? I'm trying to calculate where we're shooting. Will this even load while we're leaking this much steam? I hope so. That's a very different bearing from where we are. Great. I love that. That's the wrong direction. We died. Well, I guess we'll try that again. How did I fall in that? That one shouldn't be open. Emergency move. Why I have a separate engine in the bridge from everywhere else, I don't know. How is their iron nest invisible and mine isn't? This is bullshit. Thanks for coming on in. I'm in a bit of a tizzy. Oh, did I kill the engine again? God damn. The engine really doesn't like it when Iron Nest is walking around either. Oh, that's because I'm turning the knob the wrong way. You know, I could press E to like get into a view where I can see everything. That would be smart of me. There we go. Okay, turn the power back on. Why the heck we have that? I'm gonna fall in that hole and I'm gonna regret that I closed it. I'm lose-lose. Okay, we have no idea where we are. Hopefully they don't either, although last time they were able to spot us. I don't know if it's that or if they were listening in on our communications and I'm a little frazzled. This mission is really the first one where things are shooting back at you. And you have a really tight time constraint. I already died once. Okay, 0339 is one of ours. Then 2 is at Q1. And I have to try and not make a stupid dyslexia mistake while I'm panicking. So, judging by the question Snowy was asking me last time, I screwed up and got numbers reversed. T. Where is T? T459. Okay. Do we have any enemy positions? We do not. Oh, we're within T7. Oh. Okay. Did they tell me that before? They must have. Each spotter destroyed adds 90 seconds. But we don't know where any enemies are, do we? When they re-engage you, they'll provide intel. Oh, so I was supposed to expect to get re-engaged. Okay. I have to say, having been on the other side of the stream, it's much more fun to be watching the streamer panicking than being the streamer panicking. We need ammo, so let's see. Let's do some cluster bombs. Because I can be a little sloppier with that. Propaganda shells. Yeah, I unlocked those. Armor piercing high explosive. Yeah, if I plan out, I could precise move. The one thing that I'm not sure, precision move doesn't say that the enemy timer will... Like, emergency move says it pauses the counter battery timer. Precision move does not say that. So I'm sort of like not entirely sure. Parachute delayed, bomblets, shell gas. Where's the really big ones? Forward observer. Did I already grab it? I already grabbed it. I don't even know. Did I buy some of those? I have no idea what I bought. It's fine. We'll just load some cluster shells to start with and go from there. Since we have no idea where they are. Iron Nest is somewhere in T7. I'm so glad we have this information. T7. I guess we'll just set ourselves there for now. That means we probably want to be pointed somewhat towards 270. I love that the turret on this actually matches what you set Iron Nest to. So that puts us close to where we're going to want to shoot, I guess. Okay, I guess we have some time. I guess we sort of know where we are. If we ask for intel from T7, if they give me a distance, I'm going to be royally pissed. Okay. Guess we're not going to have time for that. What are you giving me here? Enemy spotters have found you. Phantom battery to the northwest. Okay, let's move. We'll try a precise move and see how this goes. Let's move like, I don't know, 8 kilometers bearing west. No, what? High Command approves Iron's Nest's repositioning from... Oh, it tells me where we were. Something tells me they still know where I am. But I don't know for sure. No, I don't want to read the clipboard game. Well, except I do, because the report on the clipboard told me the exact cell I was in before. So I guess now I do know where I am. Although the timer is stuck at 0, does that mean that means they definitely know where I am, doesn't it? Yeah, I guess it does. Where the heck did I put emergency move? Can I pull the lever? Can I pull the lever? Thank you. Oh, because emergency move deploys smoke. Okay. Okay, we're somewhere within N6. Great. Could I have my power back? My engine even still running? Okay, so we sort of know where they are. We have sort of know where we are. Second salvo, cross-reference first, bearings do not reconcile. Yeah, I kind of figured that. Well, that was good to try anyways, because I was really wondering that myself. It should just explicitly say, does not obscure your new location. But yeah, okay, we're somewhere in M6. M6. Okay. There's a bunch of enemies up there. I guess we're just gonna make it up as we go along, because I don't think I have time otherwise. Cluster bombs will hopefully help us get some bearing where we are, but... Okay, 4 kilometers is gonna be 1 round. 1 charge. Okay, we're definitely pointed the wrong way, so I should not have bothered turning myself around earlier. What is 4 kilometers gonna be with 1 powder charge? $48. Alrighty. .20. I suppose this is going to give away my position, though. I guess we're ready. We're ready to shoot this as is, if we need to. But we can try to get a more precise position. So I'm just going to, like, set that there. I don't know if them finding us after the first emergency move is, like, scripted and, like, that's not gonna happen again, or if we're just, like, stuck on a timer and they're using their spotters. They're gonna figure out where we are. Okay, 5 kilometers from M194. That's not, like, super duper helpful, but I'll take it. M194. We are 5 kilometers exactly? Okay. Sure, we'll go with that. So that should be more like 38.7 degrees. And I guess we'll just load 1 charge here. Maybe we should hedge our bets. What would the difference between that angle and this angle be? Oh, it's actually pretty big. Let me see here. Maybe 4.12. I guess let's try and get, like, another position report. A100, 13 kilometers. Geez, you're like way in the corner. 13, 8, 9. And I screwed that up slightly, but it'll be fine. It's just slightly more to the right. Okay, so... Okay, 3.91 kilometers. It's gonna be 46... 9.2, and that's bearing 35.2. Okay. You're gonna be something similar, probably. Well, actually, that's left gun. We're gonna go do that one. That's gonna be 379, and I guess I will try to put in a bearing on the slip to try and keep them straight. 5.6. Okay. 5.6. Okay. I guess we're just gonna go for it. Okay, and this should be bearing 45.6, and I went and put the bearing in the elevation, didn't I, for the right gun? Yes, it should be 45.48. Yes, they sort of do know where I am now. That is sort of how this works. Can I load this? I can't yet. Okay, did we hit anything? Enemy spotter destroyed. Okay, we do have some phantom battery readings. We got another spotter destroyed. How much time do we have? We have a little bit of time. Let's see if we can take a pot shot at them. Okay, so we have a... Okay, listening post 2 is fucking worthless. Thanks, guys. They're somewhere to the northwest. You don't say. Okay, post 2, and I go and copy the useless one. Okay. Okay, so post number 3 has them at bearing 273. 273. Sure. I'm assuming they're armored, so I probably want to hit them with an armored bomb. I hope I bought one. Okay, from post 1, they are 8.82 kilometers. 882. Okay, so we know where they are. We are pointed totally in the wrong direction to be shooting at them, but it's fine. It's fine. Okay, bearing 250. Let's start spinning that way, please. We did buy the expensive, larger armor-piercing shells. Did I buy one for each gun? I hope so. I did. I can sort of think ahead sometimes. Okay, that's taking forever to load. Okay, what bearing were we going for? 250? We haven't even hit that yet. Okay. We have a minute. 251.1, and I need a firing angle, please. They are 3.15 kilometers away. So I need the guns at 45.2. Nope, 37. I don't know where I even got that number from. Okay, 37.8. And I need to remember that the bearing on the printout is completely wrong. 251.1. Okay. Really hope I'm on target there, because I just fired both shots at him. And then, do we need to emergency move? Probably. I don't think that we'll be lucky enough to have, like, destroyed them. Oh, and we're 4.7 kilometers off somehow. They're moving. That's how. We need to move. I think they barely hit us. And my power went out again, I think. I hope my engine didn't die. Now it's just my power. I shot both, but we missed. So maybe I shouldn't have shot both. I don't know. Let's work on taking out a couple more of their spotters, I guess. It's going to buy us more time to find them. I don't know why I have 2 armor-piercing shells on this side and only 1 on the other. Okay, where the heck are we now? Q4 somewhere. Great. I need to clear all my measurements. I have no idea if that area is even useful. Okay, Q4. We did take out the spotters we were aiming for, so that's good. Okay, so we need to be more like bearing 300, which isn't too far. I guess position info would be nice. L1, sure. I don't care. Give me something. Okay, we may have slightly overshot, but I don't know where we are, so... L106. L106. We are 5.78 kilometers. 5, 7, 8. Okay, well, that puts us something more like that. Let's see if we get like T4, I guess. I don't know. Wasting all my requisition points on moving around and figuring out where the hell I am. I cannot have done that correctly. Did I? Oh, I just copied it twice. I'm like, why do I have the same number on here twice? Okay. T4, 95. 3.8 kilometers. 3.80. Okay, and command already told us we're in Q4, so that actually puts us in good shape. Okay. These two are really close. I could probably get them. The cluster bombs actually spread out quite a bit, so I think we're probably fine doing that. Okay, close that. Wipe these. 6 kilometers. 6.35. So 2. We loaded clusters in both. They do spread a lot more than I'd like, but I've already loaded these in there. I may fire both just to make sure we get both. Then we'll want to have, I guess, our armor-piercing one lined up. Do I have another armor-piercing one over here? I don't. Somehow, I didn't order symmetrically. Okay, so right is missing one. Okay, so we have those ready to load. These need to be at 45 degrees, basically. No, 38 degrees. What am I doing? Okay, 38. 1. And bearing 312. Oh, I'm actually really close. 312.7. I guess we'll fire one and see. If it doesn't work, we can always fire the other one, but we'll have a backup here. I will have to make sure I calculate that for... Okay, it did hit both of them. Okay. Okay, 3.37. 337. That's going to be 20 degrees. And that's going to be bearing 322.2. No, this should be 20.22. What am I doing? Well, no, they're actually both similar numbers. That's confusing. Alright, let's try and figure out where the hell the battery is again. Northwest. Really helping there, dude. Really helping. Trying your best. That buys us a little bit of time when we destroy their spotters too. Alright, delete measurements. Okay. Listening post 1 has them at 8 kilometers. That's listening post 3. Where's listening post 1? Okay, they are at 8.82 kilometers. And from post 3, they're at 273, but they are probably moving, so this isn't going to be super great, but we will get a correction vector on the photos, so we're only going to fire one gun this time. Okay, 277. That's a ways away. How far is it? 10 kilometers, so we need 3 charges. Oh, I went way too far. Of course I did. Classic. I guess we're just waving our big guns at them threateningly. No, it's 277.1, not 271.7. Jesus. Okay, and I don't have any idea what the gun should be set to. 10, 5, 3, 5, 3, and that's 3 charges. Thank you. Okay, we should be at 42 degrees. 42.12. Okay, well, here goes. I'm not checking my numbers. We're not gonna hit them anyways, probably. I'm just gonna mark that as done, and I'm gonna set this bearing to 0 before I accidentally read one of those and think it's correct. Oh, we almost hit him. I don't know. We didn't destroy him, though, I guess. Well, this was unexpected. 42.2, I guess. Or something like that. Let's see. Bearings actually 277.6. Also, I feel like I'm getting told something by command and the timer stopped. Dispersed battery does not relocate. A railgun does not withstand an 80mm shell. This one did both. Single unit, multiple guns, mobile, heavily armored, designate enemy iron nest. No shit, Sherlock. Direct hit confirmed. It's moving. Hold for reassessment. Okay, so it's not actually there anymore. Great. Why did we think we were the only ones who would make an iron nest? Especially when they showed it off to the enemies. They had like this big thing and gave them brochures. How stupid can we be? Okay, well, they're repositioning. Well, screw that. Let's take out the rest of their spotters while they're doing that. Armored shell's gonna be a bit much, though. I should probably buy some regular HPEs for this. Which gun's already loaded? The right gun's loaded. Okay. So we should put... Oh, we'll just do big-ass shells. Oh, they have confirmed that multiplayer will be coming in a free update in the future. I don't know how I feel about that. Okay, 299.1. We could use some more gunpowder too, but that's not a super big problem right now. 3.61. Is that my gun loading, I hope, and not them shooting at me? Aqua just wants to blow me up an iron nest, I think. I haven't read like too many of their blog posts, but they do have like a picture of their roadmap I saw. First, they're coming up with like some more skirmish maps, and then it sounds like there'll probably be some paid expansions as well. Okay, the 43.4 and 299.1. Okay. Let's just get another one ready for another spotter, I guess. I can't imagine I missed that shot. I hope I didn't miss that shot. That'd be embarrassing. Oh, and I guess they're pissed at us again. Enemy spotted. Well, you know what? I'm busy shooting their spotter. 5.5 kilometers. 5.50. I haven't loaded this yet, right? Okay. I'm like, ooh, did I only put in one charge or something? I have a feeling versus might work like this. I mean, I could see versus working like this, or like a co-op where, you know, you could have more than one person on the deck working together to run it. I think either would be fantastic. You downloaded the demo and never played it, huh? Life happens, right? You were busy making the model for me in Casualties Unknown too, so... Did I spit this out? I did not spit this out. Oh, I did. It just is spinning because it's divided by 0. This should be 33. I way overshot. Okay, 33 exactly. Okay, that's a conveniently round number. And then that needs to be at 342. Yeah, I should have been turning. $342.3. Okay, there we go. Bomb's away. It's not really a bomb, but you know, we may need to just emergency move. Oh, no, that's where they were before. We don't know where they are now. They may have given me some intel on it, which I was too busy to read. Okay, that did give us a little bit of time. Okay, so they have them at bearing 269 from number 3. Okay, 269. And then they're 8 kilometers from listening post 1. 8, 6, 5. We're not exactly pointed optimally for this, but we'll make the best of it. I'm not sure which line that was supposed to be. Okay, 271. Okay, we have 3 charges loaded. 10.4 kilometers. Okay, we should be at 41.2, which we're actually really close to. Okay, we're going for... Yeah, I overshot again, of course. Was it 8.65? Yeah, I did the right one then. Okay. Okay, 271. .8. Okay, I don't... Do they have spotters left, actually? They do have 1. Oh boy. This is gonna hit them, but not before they hit us once, anyways. Stop leaking. Enemy iron nest hit, still mobile, repositioning. Yeah, I kind of figured. Okay. I'm assuming mechanized infantry 1 was one of ours. Yeah, they sure are like blasting, aren't they? Okay. Delete all our measurements. It's smarter to shoot both when you know where they are, but the problem is I won't know where they are until I shoot at them. They didn't move that far though. They might not be moving very far. So what if we do like a film strip F2 bearing 90? F I kind of pointed that the wrong way, didn't I? I should have checked. That would be bearing 0 going north. Well, we know they're not down here, so, let's do C2 at 45, I guess. I need to stop rushing. Well, we found more spotters, but we don't know where they are. Okay, so I guess they probably can just move anywhere. Okay, I don't know why they aren't shooting, because they know exactly where we are. I guess we'll take out a couple more spotters. And then we'll see. So, these are armor piercing. These are armor piercing. So if we do that... Why are you leaking? We didn't even get shot. We can just buy some, like, regular shells, incendiary shells. I don't know. Incendiary shells. Maybe we'll get lucky and take out some extras. I don't know. Okay. So 751 at 306. They probably don't know where. I guess they don't know where we are until we shoot, but it doesn't take them long to find us. Yeah, 6.5, 7.5. Okay. And then we have 804 and 301.4. .4 and 45.06. Okay, and we're at 301.4, which is correct for the left one. We'll get our armored piercing shells ready to go after them again. Okay, let's also just clear off the kill tokens because they're making a mess of things. Not much of this land left, is there? Okay. I should just have the emergency move card ready? Because the timer's at 0. Adding time might not make it not be on 0. Actually, we'll just have that in there, so all we have to do is pull the lever if we need to. Okay, 48.24, 6, okay. Okay, we need to go to 306.5. Okay, let's see. Are we gonna get any intel? Probably not till the shells land and they start shooting at us. Okay, it started back at 100. Okay. Okay, here we are. Phantom battery, north. You're fucking useless. Why do you tell me this? I think it's northwest. Did Patrick join the military or what? Okay. 10.64 kilometers from battery 1. From post 1. Whatever. 10... 6... 4... I should be loading these. And bearing 276 from post 3. Which is almost... 276.3? Either way, I was just incredibly unlucky with the photos, or they don't show up in the photos if you don't know where they are. Okay, that's gonna be a 3 charge distance. Bearing 280. .7. Okay, 12.3 kilometers. 3 charges is going to be 49 degrees. Probably like that, I don't know. Okay, 49.20. I assume that will have hit, but we'll just prep loading those in case they didn't. I'm using the strongest armor-piercing shells I got, but it ain't enough, it would seem. Okay. Oh, we killed him. Thank goodness. Shot ineffective, armor held. What do you mean? Phantom battery destroyed. I used armor piercing. Enemy iron nest out of action. Recovery detachment has already been dispatched. Threat neutralized. You may stand down. Oh, I'm gonna get that last spotter. I'm pissed. Actually, I think I know where a couple of them are. Time to throw some rocks. think those are the only ones that showed up in my pictures anyways. Alright, so we got one at 5.2 kilometers. They're using the high explosive one for sure, yeah. I mean, it definitely makes it easier to hit things. But yeah, we at least got the medium explosive armor piercing. This mission would have been really hard with just the standard armor piercing small blast. Okay, this bearing does not reset to 0. Okay. .2. And then the other one is at 297. And that's at 9.54 kilometers. I mean, I bought these shells. Maybe I should just use them. We don't carry ammo over between rounds, so... Guess we'll do this one first. So let's just check. 57.24, 297.4. The next one's at 8.2, so we got a bit to turn there. I probably would have missed with the concrete shot anyways. We must have our markers slightly off from our actual position. Because we're only hitting things on the edge. Woohoo! An extra 100 requisition points. Yeah, we barely hit the iron nest we were shooting at. We almost missed. But I did have rounds ready to adjust for that. I didn't see any more in the photos we had, so I think that's all we know is out there anyways. Now, where's Felix? Hi, Felix. Have you figured out how to pick up a cat properly yet? No. Well, that's some artwork. Oh, I didn't realize you could zoom in on this. Okay. Now this is BattleTech in the Dark Ages. Yeah, I could have used the observers, I guess. False Fortress falls. The Royal Empire of Castile is no longer the only nation to field an iron nest. Ambushed without warning, Iron Nest shrugged off multiple direct hits without shifting position. Sure. Held its aim and ended its engagement with a single shot. The intimidation, unmarked save for anti-monarchist colors, never fired again. I don't know, their Iron Nest has 3 guns, and they look longer than ours. But I guess it's how you use it that matters, right? The ministry extends its congratulations to whichever nation built it, and its condolences for having built it so poorly. In the future of warfare, officials confirm has arrived, inspected it, and found it entirely made of Castilian iron. In the age of the Iron Nest has begun, and the general notes with some smugness that Castile got there first, best, and already has more in production. Way to, like, spill the beans. Cowards still funded somehow. Someone is still writing checks. The ministry declines to speculate on who, on the grounds that speculation is beneath a nation as certain of itself as Castile. What can be said with total confidence is this: whoever it is, they have appalling taste in investments. This is fine. Official assessment of current situation remains unchanged. Yes, this is fine. Message from the general to all nations: accept no imitations. To the nations of the world currently attempting, rather clumsily, to build an iron nest of your own, why bother? Castile's engineers have already solved every problem your engineers are only now discovering. The original remains faster, sturdier, and considerably harder to ambush successfully, as one imitator recently and permanently learned. Additional units are already in production, available to any crowned head in exchange for a defensive alliance and some gold bullion. Accept no imitations, accept no substitutions, except that the key to victory that Castile is offering you. Services: crater filling and conversion. Turn that unsightly hole into a productive well or patriotic pond. For sale: window glass, half price. Bulk rates for repeat customers, fits most surviving frames. Oh, we got all the medals. Destroyed a significant number of targets without requisitioning aerial reconnaissance. Yeah, I'm just glad they weren't using armor piercing. I'm not sure why they wouldn't have known to do that. We eliminated all enemy units in the sector. Maintained exceptional accuracy. And eliminated all counter batteries with time to spare. I don't know if I buy that. Thermal incendiary shell. Ignites fire on impact, large radius, high chance to spread. So it's a incendiary large explosive. I'm still waiting for the extra large explosives, but you know. I think I guess what you consider exceptional really depends on the situation. Yeah, I wonder how the cluster munitions are calculated. That might screw it up, because like the cluster ones have like 10 shells in them. Final harvest. The last organized resistance the anti-monarchs The anti-monarchist cause has left, stands on the outskirts of Barcelona. High Command has ordered its total destruction. Oh, I'm sure that'll go over well with the rest of the world powers. Well, didn't wake up to explosions, so we're already off to a better start. Quite the battlefield we have here. High Command to Iron Nest. The siege of Barcelona, the final bastion of the anti-monarchists, is underway. Allied infantry and armor are engaged along the full front. Iron Nest will provide fire support to that effort. Continue destruction in detail until enemy resistance in this sector collapses. Priority, direct your fire to inflict mass casualties on enemy forces. Targets and methods are at your discretion. Counter battery fire will commence once first shell lands. Notes: an enemy fire direction center is present in this sector. Destroying this will pause the counter battery timer entirely. Use this to your advantage. Enemy and reinforcements are inbound by rail. Intercept them in transit or account for them on arrival. Allied units under fire may request support. Response is at your discretion. Iron Nest is at this coordinate. 3 spotters. 10:33. Okay, so we have some time to deal with the railroad trains. Sort of. But we are a little crunched for time here. Okay, so J2, J. I know my alphabet, I swear. 6-2. It's weird. If the grid were just 2 numbers, I would have no problem just knowing where things are. But because they're letters and numbers from the bottom left corner, I'm very confused. Okay. T2. 3-3. Why are 2 of our spotters so close? That seems stupid. And T2 at 8-5. Yeah, and there's counter batteries, so once we start shooting, they're gonna know where we are, which is just great. I have no idea where the fire controller is either, so that does complicate things. Plus, troops needing support is gonna complicate things even more. B301. Okay. Oh, you just actually give me where the train station is. Okay. I guess I'll just put this here. J800. Oh, and it's like drawn on the map. Well, that's convenient. I don't know why I took all those notes. You put A, B, C, D, and times. Okay. Eight kilometers from the station. Six kilometers from the station. I kind of think burning down the entire city isn't a great idea. So we'll kind of see what we do. We do have propaganda pamphlets, although I don't know how effective those will be. Okay, so that's our 3 positions. 10:06, so we're pretty much out of time to hit point A. Point B at 10:13. I guess it depends if we're pointed in the right way, but I think targeting point B is a better bet. Hey, Chaos. I'm gonna pause here. Thanks for the raid. Streaming Dead by Daylight. How is that going? We're playing some Iron Nest. We just finished a crazy mission where we had to fight another Iron Nest. That I died the first time I went through that one, so it was challenging. Now we're on like the final siege of Barcelona, I guess. It was kind of, yeah, it was sort of a boss fight. It was crazy. They've said they're going to add a multiplayer mode to this game, so I'm very curious how that's going to work. Is that like versus or on the same Iron Nest? I don't know. It's going to be interesting. But I think the world is headed towards a world war very shortly with Iron Nests. You were the boss fight for 8 survivors, huh? You wiped them all out. Which killer were you playing today? Oh, I love that. The captions think I said the word color instead of killer. And it still can't get killer right. There, it got it. Nemesis and Ghostface. Okay, so there is a train coming on this mission that with reinforcements that we probably want to destroy. So let's see, and that's point D. Okay, so I don't think we'll have time to hit waypoint A. Okay, that's 7.95 kilometers. Last time I hit a train, I was able to do it with the high explosives. So I don't think we need armor piercing to take out a train. I think we can also just probably blow up the rails. Okay. The next one. Do the time. Yeah, the timed bombs where it like drops a few over time would probably also be good. Okay. This would be 30.4. At 671. Okay, and then that's 597. And 13.8. Yeah, I saw on your Discord that you burnt your thumb. Don't do that. You do know to run it under cool water and not butter yourself like a turkey, right? I don't know. Even my parents growing up were giving me the wrong directions on how to properly take care of a burn. I still have to tell them that, and they're like, really? Every time. Okay, there's the propaganda leaflets. I kind of don't know that those do anything. Armor piercing. Where the heck is the smoked shells we're probably gonna need? Incendiary shells, star shells. Where are the parachute ones? Are they one of the... There they are. They're one of these weird abbreviation ones. We'll get one of each of those, I guess. And I'm gonna try and hit them at B. I really don't have any interest in the record right now. I'm kind of busy. Sorry. Are you gonna not close that till I pick this up? I don't want my lid left open during combat, please. Close the damn door. Thank you. I feel like a old person now. Close the door. You're letting the war in. Okay, so they're gonna cross at 10:13:30. This does tell us how long it'll take to hit too, but yeah, and then they're also gonna start shooting at having a countdown on me. So I don't know. Let's see. We need to be at 47. That's gonna take pretty much 30 seconds to hit. Let me just double check how these work. Staggered impacts 10 seconds apart. Okay. We'll see how this goes. So they're gonna hit here at 13:30. It's gonna take us 30 seconds to get there. So we probably want to fire at 12:50. Should I add that as a quote, Snowy? Have it haunt you forever? Quotes are usually used to haunt the streamer, though. Okay. I guess we are just sort of waiting. I guess I could also calculate targeting this train station. 354, that's quite a turn. 54.2. Five, 8, 2. Okay. I mean, I think if I shoot star shells, they're also going to, know where I am. I assume that counts as a shell. So these land every 10 seconds. So I'm thinking we probably want to launch them 5 seconds apart. So they should hit that at 13:30. It's going to take us about 30 seconds to get there. So 12:50. And then we'll try and do like 55. I don't know how fast I'll be able to fire the other gun. I didn't really plan what we're gonna want instead, but I guess we'll see what shows up in surveillance photos too. Okay, we did hit him. I take it they must have anti-air, so we're not getting any pictures. That would have been good to know. Tracks hit, direct hit on train. Direct hit on enemy armor 1. Okay, so we're like... The falling bombs are like hitting things, I guess. Am I gonna get any info on anything? Okay, well... Let's do... high explosive shell on the train station, and then I don't know what we're gonna do after that. Okay, so we're done with that. I'm just gonna put that there in case we want it. We do have quite a bit of time before they're gonna hit us, which is good. Okay, this is 2 charges. Yeah, there must be anti-air. It'd be nice if we knew where it was, but that's asking for a bit much, I guess. No, that's the wrong way to 350. Okay, 34. Okay, 354.2. We need to be at 34.92. 54.2. 34.92. Okay. I don't suppose you're gonna give me anything, huh? Oh, they did give me a bunch of reference points and stuff I totally missed. Well, I screwed that up. Main station destroyed. Yeah, I figured that. It was stationary. Turn the... What do you mean the test has a backside? Flip the paper over. I put my spotters down though, didn't I? I did put my I put spotters down and then was like, oh, they didn't give me any measurements for the spotters. Perfect. Okay, let's get their fire control center first. I don't know when they say if they pause it, that means like permanently or just once. Okay, 324. And 7.73 kilometers from spotter 2. Okay, let's get that out of the way. Okay, I can actually lose these because they're for the train route, which isn't a thing anymore. Well, I think some of those were the units on the train that may have gotten off when the train got hit. I'm not sure we hit all the cars on the train or not. I can't tell because there's no photo. Okay, so then bearing 105 from Alpha, which is this way. And 77 degrees from spotter 3. Where the heck is spotter 3? Over here. Okay. Sure. 77. 77. Okay, so we need to shoot that. Should be fire control here. We'll do a big ass bomb because of course we will. Especially since I'm not 100% certain I have input things correctly. 10, 7, 2. Set this to 0 so I don't screw that up. And I needed to set this to 3 charges to actually get a slip. Bearing 61. That's a little ways away. And hopefully they don't have another iron nest. That would be a little inconvenient. Yeah, I added some sounds. I still don't have any jump scare sounds though. There's some new redeems in the channel point stuff. I added it a few streams ago. If you have any suggested ones you'd like me to add, let me know. I think I can do like 10 with channel points, and then the rest of them you'd have to like do them through the Tanga thing and pay bits. Because of course. Okay, 42.88, 61.9. You saw them but forgot. Yeah, that happens to me sometimes. Wow, I screwed that up somehow. I didn't even get a corrective vector. What did I do? Reference point alpha should be, enemy fire director should be this. There are 2 of them. Okay, what did I screw up? 324 from spotter 1. Uh, 7.73 kilometers from spotter 2. That's reference point A. Then the enemy fire center should be 105 degrees from alpha and 77 degrees from spotter 3. Do I have my spotters in the wrong spot? Maybe I did. Okay, spotter 1 should be T2, 3. Spotter 2 is T2, 85. I didn't even use spotter 2. Spotter 3 is in B3, 01. The fuck? Okay, well, I don't understand why there's not a thing there that I was expecting to be there. I guess we'll go for enemy fire director center 2. I have probably screwed something up, but I cannot figure out what it is at the moment, so my reference point A might be in the wrong spot, I guess. It's probably that. Which means this will also miss, but I don't know. Bearing 111. And 4.52 kilometers from spotter 1. Well, if I'm really off on alpha, then these won't intersect. 452. I mean, that would have been in the same blast radius, so I don't know. Okay, I guess we need to emergency move now. They have found us. Where the hell is emergency move? It'd be nice if things would stop shaking. Okay, I totally missed request, I guess. They didn't give us much time for that. Why? I don't know what I screwed up. Or intelligence is just completely wrong. Where the hell are we now? Let's see, we're somewhere in J1. Oh, lovely. We didn't even move that much. I guess we'll get J1 and K1, I don't know. Okay. I still don't know what's going on. Okay, J100, 0.1 kilometers. Wow. Okay. K7, K174. 1.65. Okay, so we're like here, I guess. I'm not even sure what to do because they did give us a position for anti-air, but it's from Fire Direction Center 2, and I have no idea where that is. I must have point alpha wrong. Three, 385. I thought I had tried redoing alpha before, but okay. Oh, maybe I messed things up. I don't know. Okay. Bearing 324. And then 7.73 kilometers from spotter 2. 773. I mean, it seems like A's in the right spot. We're really close to the right spot, like not that far off. So then center 2, I mean, they both wound up being down here. What happened? Why am I hearing noises? Oh, Psychotic, thank you for the subscription. I believe you will have one of the special first badges. I think I have like 10 of those for the first 10 subscribers, but thank you. Okay. Point A seems correct. Okay, so let's see. Bearing 111. 111. I mean, there's some error, but I use a really big ass bomb. Like, oh, I'm a idiot. It's a bunker. And I used a high explosive and not armor piercing. I'm so dumb. I wonder why it didn't destroy it. Well, we're still pointed at it, right? How much time did I waste on that? No, we're not actually pointed at it because we moved. Okay, actually, until someone asks for support, we don't need to shoot. So what we should actually do is put these things on the map where they actually are and shoot at the anti-aircraft gun first. The problem is, where's the center? Actually. That's the center. Oh, where's the center? Okay. We don't need to mark the train station because we blew that up. So we'll go with that. Okay, so this was 4.54 kilometers from spotter 1. Well, the anti-air is measured to spotter. It is measured to fire controller 2's point is one of the reference points. So I gotta find that one first. 4.52? No, 4.52. I got too many things on my clip. I wonder if these are just randomly placed, like they are awfully close to each other. Okay. Enemy anti-aircraft battery is bearing... Oh, they give us a bearing and a direction for it. So 280... a bearing is a direction. I can speak. A bearing and a distance. 284 and 7.91. Maybe. We have the medium blast armor piercing. I'm not sure if destroying all the fire controllers will really stop the timer, or if just destroying one resets the timer. So we maybe don't want to hit both of them. 284, 791. Okay, let's get rid of the anti-air first. Okay, 16.7. 8. 01. And I I loaded armor piercing in that side, but I haven't loaded this side yet, so we can just do... I don't know, we'll just do a standard shell, I guess. If I know where those went. Incendiary, armor piercing. Oh, here it is. It's the first card. That makes sense. This is for the left gun. Okay, so this should be 16.7. And I probably should have loaded gunpowder, but we're not exactly under a time crunch yet. Okay, what I should do here, I should also just prep this calculation so that I know how far it is. Oh, come on. I want to like... There we go. 11.71. So once they start shooting at us, I would like to pause the timer. Okay, so that's going to be 3. $16.7. Need to be 48.06. And let's just check. I thought when we got like requests from infantry for support, it played a noise, but I guess maybe I was just distracted. I don't know. Are they only going to call for support once the timer's going? That's kind of annoying, but probably. Okay, this one needs to be 46.84. Okay. Okay, high explosive, 48.06 on a bearing of 16.7. Okay, your last mission. Yeah, it is getting kind of late. I did not even fire that correctly, or did I? I didn't put a marker down, is what I didn't do. And these are targeting for the train tracks, which don't matter. I was like, wait, this isn't like Point Alpha. Okay. Well, we hit an anti-air cannon. I guess it's not the only one. Or we'd be getting pictures. Why are there explosions? The timer's already at 0? You're kidding me. We need to be at 58.1. Why is the timer already at 0? Oh, and we died because we sat at the timer at 0 for too long. Why did the timer start at 0 though? Last time we had things happen, it reset to 100 or whatever. Okay. Okay. Destroying an FDC pauses the counter. Use to your tactical advantage. Well, the air battery shouldn't count up to the timer, but like I repositioned, so I thought the timer would go back to a bigger number, but I guess not. It just paused it. It worked differently in the Nest v Nest mission, I guess. I'm not sure. But I also didn't, you know, note down like firing solutions for the fire control and anti-air and stuff ahead of time either, because I was a dum-dum and didn't scroll down. S273. Yeah, the timer pauses, but then what's the point of repositioning once you hit 0? You're just screwed? I mean, that doesn't make much sense. Destroying enemy artillery does add to the timer though, but I don't know where any of it is because we don't have any air support. Air stuff. Okay. 07. S2, not T2. You're right. Thanks. Yeah, okay. S273. Alright, have a good one, Snowy. Hopefully I won't miss the thingies. A3... 08... A207. And then this one's an H3. Five eight. Okay. We're there. Okay, train station here, which will be a target eventually. Okay, reference point Alpha, Fire Director 1, Fire Director 2, and the anti-aircraft battery. Okay, so 55 degrees for spotter 1. And I think we have till like 10:13 for the train to show up. 55. And 11.29 kilometers from spotter 2. Okay, 253 from Alpha. Two, 5, 3, 0. And 306 from spotter 3. Well, that'll have to be close enough. So that's gonna be Fire Director 1. Fire Director 2 is 274. And 8 kilometers from 1. Okay, 8.05. Okay, then the anti-aircraft battery is 104 and 14 kilometers. 14.12. Okay, 14.12 at 104. Okay. Now we need to deal with the train. And is someone asking for support, or are you just telling me the train's crossed waypoint A? Okay. 6 kilometers from the station. Station is here. 6 kilometers is there. That's a 10:13, so we should have plenty of time. Okay, 327. I really don't want to deal with your record. Close the door. Okay, 3270. Do I have to pick this up to get you to close the door? Honestly. Okay, I did the parachute bombs last time, which seemed to work okay, I guess. Was it... No, that's the armor-piercing ones, which we do need some of those. Honestly, like, thermal shells might be better against the train. Well, we'll do thermal shells on one and cluster shell on the other. Okay, this is gonna be 6. No, I figured I'd deal with the train first. Because that's the one I'm probably gonna have to fire right away. Because it's gonna be there at 13:30. Oh yeah, I need 2 charges. Although I might have had time to shoot that one and then shoot the train. The AA is there. Okay, that's actually pretty close. Oh. 359.2. And that's 4.42. Nope, this is the one we're doing. That's the next one. Okay. Need to be at, well, these should be linked, and we need to be at 40 something. 13, 30. I think this is going to be about 30 seconds, but I don't think it put us in the same spot, so 40, 74. That's actually going to take 25 seconds. Okay, the right. And let's just make sure we have our next shell ready up. So that's anti-air, and then I also want to have, so we need to fire, they're going to be there at 30, we need to fire at 1305. Okay. 1305, so that gives us a little bit of time to quick target one of these fire control centers and have a targeting solution ready. Okay, 288.2. At 17.63 kilometers. So I'm gonna have to definitely make sure I don't get my two things mixed up, because I'm gonna load one side with one charge and one side with 4 charges. Oh, and we already missed, didn't we? Shoot. What would 2 charges be at 6.9? I'm just gonna kind of wing it. 41.4. And that was bearing 325.5. I don't know. We're just gonna go with that and see how it goes. Okay. Okay. Now we need to go to 359. We'll take out that AA gun. Okay, 359.2. Okay, it looks like we hit the train, so I guess, load the shell. Okay, so the AA gun needs 1 powder charge. Go, go, go. shoot, I didn't get the armor piercing ready to load on this side. Great planning. Okay, this one needs to be at 53. Stop leaking. Okay. 53, so something like that. This needs to be 4 charges. Okay, let me double check. So we fired this one. 359.2. Yep. 53. 04. 04. 04. There we go. Hopefully that's gonna hit, because I am just gonna go on to targeting the next one. It looks like it's on target. Okay. Wanted 288. And I hope no one's calling for assistance, because I have not actually looked at the field reports, which are blinking red, so someone probably has. Okay, this needs to be 52. What the hell do they want? Requesting HE at this position or we'll be overrun. Great. I don't even have an HE right now. Okay. 52, 89. Okay, 2.882. Okay. So we need to buy an HE shell for the right gun, because the left gun's going to be reloading longer. And I need to figure out where the hell I'm shooting that. Okay, they are at... okay, we need to get rid of these. They are at E760 by 1024. Okay, so we have quite a bit of time. And I really hope this is going to pause the counter battery timer. Okay, it did. Enemy fire directed. Okay, but they still need our support shot, so that's going to complicate things. All right, let's get rid of my lines. E7. E7. Okay, E7. Oh, they've actually like marked them on the map. Okay. Requesting HE 1.3 kilometers from our position at bearing. .43. Okay. Bearing 43. The bearing number winds up being so far away when it's such a short number. 1.3 kilometers. There are enemies on, like, right on you, a lot closer than that. Oh, and I guess this time destroying the engineer did get us pictures. That's why I can see this. Okay. And I'm totally looking at the wrong thing, because this is not E7. Because I'm dumb. I saw a blue flag and went, it must be them. That only dawned on me just as you were saying it. Okay. 1.30. Okay, 1.30 at 43.0. Right? 043 degrees, 1.3 kilometers. Okay, that's just gonna have to be close enough. Okay, we're sort of already pointed in the right direction. Okay, and I need to delete these. Okay, 14 kilometers. I did not load the shell, because, you know. 14.38 is gonna be 3 charges. And then we need to target the other counter battery timer, probably, I guess. Okay, 293.2. Did I just not get the piece of paper? I put in the number and then didn't press the button? Okay. Okay, so we see enemies. I don't see any artillery units, which is a little inconvenient. I guess we're gonna hope that destroying the other counter battery fire controller will, like, totally disable shelling. I don't think it will. But it'll give us a little bit of time to think. Anyways. Okay, they needed this by 10:24. Okay, so we don't really have much time. Let's buy an HE for the other side. No, it needs to be armor piercing because it's a fire control bunker. Let's not make that mistake again. Okay, let me check that I have this set right. 57.52. Okay. 57.52. Bearing 293.2. Because the thing on the ticket is wrong. Okay. This needs to be 299.7. And this needs to be 15.84, which is going to be 4 charges. And we're running low on gunpowder. I need to buy that. That would be bad to run out of. Okay, that should be... Thanks for the assist. Okay, infantry 4, destroyed infantry 15. Yippee, skippy, yada yada. What do you need now? Oh, you're just destroying more enemy units. Well, good for you. Okay, yeah, we see the fire director. Timer is not going down. Why is the timer not going down? That is concerning. I'm gonna destroy this anyways, I guess. Oh, and there's an artillery over there. Okay. Should I try to get that? Does hitting field requests not trigger the counter battery timer? I don't understand. I guess we're already loaded up for this shot, so we should take it. Okay, so we need to be 299.7. And then 47.52. Armor piercing high explosive. 299.7, 47.52. I guess we do know. I'll erase that. We do know there's enemy artillery unit here, so we should destroy that. because it'll add time to the timer if it ever starts counting down again. Okay, and it did want to start counting down again, but then it paused. Okay. So maybe support fire requests don't trigger it. We did find another fire control center. Let me just clear kill tokens so I can keep track of new things and old things. Okay, there are a number of enemy units we could try and pick off here. So these two are really close to each other. So I think we could probably hit these two and then hit the new fire control center to pause it again. 289, 2. 1957. And then we have 17.11. No, 11. Jeez. And that's going to be 287. 6. Okay. How much powder do I have? 30. So that would be 50, 70, 90. Okay, so we're gonna need a high explosive for each mag. And then we're gonna need an armor piercing one for the left, I guess. Okay, we'll load these so they can start getting to elevation. But I need to calculate the attack on the fire control center. Yeah, so every time we hit it, we pause the timer. It worked. Yeah, what I wound up dying on this mission because I guess with the Iron Nest mission it worked differently. But like when you had repositioned and it paused the timer, it would like start the countdown over. But then we just had it at 0 last time and it just started at 0 and we died. But yeah, we should be able to take these two out and then hit that one and pause the timer again. I don't know how many fire control centers there are or how much artillery is out here. Each artillery we destroy also adds like 30 seconds to the timer. Okay, so the fire control center, we can actually mark on the pieces of paper what these are. So this needs to be armor piercing. Okay, so that is a 296. 0.3. And then 16.56. And we're gonna... Did I glitch it out by picking up my keyboard when it gave it to me? Or I wound up like, oh, I wound up perfectly underneath it. Okay. Or on top of it. Okay. Okay, and that is also 4 charges. Okay, so you need to be at 58.71. And you need to be 51. Okay, we're starting at 289.2. Okay. So 58.71, bearing 289.2. Okay, now we need to go to 287.6. Okay. 51.33. At bearing 287.6. Okay, so we fired that. Now we need to go to 296.3. Okay, our timer started. Come on, open up. Load her in. Four charges. I'm hoping we hit our targets. We did. Oh, did the timer stop? Did they only have one artillery piece? No, there's another one there. Why did the timer stop? No, I didn't, though. No, I had the FDC queued up. That's this one, but these should have been... This was an artillery, is the black spot, and I think the cross is like infantry or something. Yeah. Unless the one where I hit it without the timer pause, like, gives you a grace period or something, but the timer started counting down. So what the field report says, enemy artillery 4 destroyed, counter battery timer extended, number 4 destroyed 5 requisition, number 5 destroyed 5 requisition. So, well, don't look a gift horse in the mouth, I guess. Well, we have our left cannon is loaded to hit this one, so I guess we will wait on firing that and shoot something else. Oh, do you freeze on added time? Maybe. Okay. Well, we got a few targets we can hit here then. And we found a new artillery. I mean, it's kind of overkill, but we can hit these two with the high capacity, high explosive. I don't think an HE can hit them both, though. It'd be cutting it close. There's so many shell options in this game. So left is loaded. We'd want this on the right. If we hit another artillery, we'd get more time and another freeze. Yeah. I mean, I have the left gun basically loaded for this one. Although if this is under 20 kilometers, I guess I could hit that one with what I've got loaded, but it's an armor-piercing shell, so we'll hit these guys and then we'll blow up that fire control center. Yeah. Okay. 293, 13.59 kilometers. The distance must be under this. Yeah. Actually, these are infantry, right? How wide of an area does the flechette bomb hit? Well, that's also large. Although I already bought the shell, didn't I? Why do flechettes cost more? I guess they're less destructive. Oh well. I loaded more powder charges than I needed to. Okay, 1359. How many did we load here? 4. We'll just be a little wasteful, I guess. 293. Also means that it's going to land faster, which, I mean, we're going to hit a fire control center pretty quick, but I should also check, is this correct? Because I don't have the gun set to that. 296.3. Well, okay, let me get this right one set. I'm gonna get myself distracted on both of them and half finish things. 477. 293.2. Okay. So 296.3 is correct. It's 16.56 kilometers. Is 49.68. So I just have the left barrel set to the wrong number. I must not have actually set it yet. Okay, 49.68. We're not going to fire that one first because we're not on that bearing. Okay. 40.77. Doing a high capacity, high explosive at 293.2. Elevation 40.77. Okay, now we need to go to bearing 296.3. Okay. Doing armor piercing because it's a fire controller. Bearing 296.3. Elevation 49.68. That also didn't start the fire control timer. I am confused. Well, whatever. I don't know why they've stopped shooting back. And I'm getting an awful lot of text. Okay, I guess their defensive line is broken and their resistance is fallen apart. So I guess maybe their leadership ran off and that's why. Do we have any other shells? We used all of everything. What do we want to do then? They haven't surrendered yet, though. And may compel their surrender. Okay. I haven't actually tried the propaganda leaflets yet, so maybe we'll shoot some of those. I have a feeling that they don't actually work, but you know. What does it even look like? This is like a bunch of newspaper. It might also be worth firing some star shells just to like see some stuff, but there was like an enemy unit here. this stuff to 0 because I don't think I'm using it right now. Okay, they're 15, 5, 3. Bearing 294.0. Probably. Yep, I did. Good catch. $46.05. Bearing 294. I guess it just suppressed them, but it didn't actually, like, turn them over to our side. Okay. I don't know that the propaganda leaflets are all that effective unless you have, like, a huge group of enemies. I guess you can kind of see pieces of paper in the, Oh, yeah, you can see, like, there's a whole sheet of paper here. Like, okay. Well, the card for it said, suppress enemy troops, chance to induce desertion. So I assume, like, they would turn blue or disappear. I don't know. I haven't used them before, so... let's just shoot some recon ones over here, see, like, what we see. Don't really need to be that accurate with these. Oh, did we not? We didn't blow up the train station in this run, I guess. Yeah, it said we had like stopped the locomotive. I don't. Let's see. Yeah, here it is. So locomotive destroyed, platform car destroyed, troop car A destroyed, troop car B destroyed, caboose destroyed. And then you get the train stopping 5.67 kilometers. Tracks hit, direct hit on train, train completely destroyed. Like how some of the text comes through when a lot of things happen at once is a little scrambled, but I don't know what platform car is versus troop car A and B. Maybe platform car had like tanks on it, I guess. It was a lucky shot because I was supposed to hit him here at like point. I don't know exactly. B was like here or something, and I missed it and just guessed a couple tiles over and went for it. Granted, I did use the cluster bombs and like the large explosive, which gives you a bit more leeway. But yeah, I didn't destroy the train station, and there's a bunker of military supplies, so we can probably take out a few of these things. Probably only need standard armor piercing for this. And then maybe low explosive for the train station. I guess if we're partly to clear the map, I mean, the optional objective is to get them to surrender. So I'm guessing just like hitting some of the other key military targets, they'll surrender eventually. I mean, I guess you could just burn down the entire city, but that seems unnecessary. And in the other missions, there have been achievements at the end for destroying all the enemy units. Although the achievements are a little bit different for every map, so... 52, 1, 2. Okay. 52.12, bearing 298. Supply bunker destroyed. Okay, so this should be 3 charges. And this is at 300.4. Okay, 44.96. You know, looking at this, do typewriters even have a way to do bold? Like, you'd have to swap out the letters on them, wouldn't you? I guess we just start picking off targets until they surrender. I don't know. Actually, what is that? Is that like another iron nest? I mean, it must be, I guess. If this is mechanized, then mechanized with spider legs is probably an iron nest. Let me see. Flechettes were lethal to only infantry units that are in the open. So that might be a good option here. non-combatants should be inside, probably. Now, where were those here? What does this look like? Okay. Not all that different from the other shells. Okay, this is at 9.38. So that's only going to be 2 charges. At 302.0. Okay, 56.28 at bearing 302. Okay. So that destroyed 3 enemy infantry units. I'll have to remember to get rid of this piece of paper. And that old measurement. And then I guess we have some of these individual ones we can just pick off with low explosives. Zero. $296.4. Okay, let me just double check. 9.30 kilometers at 296.4. Okay. And we have 8.32. At 307.7. 8.32. 307.7. Okay. Then we have a 10.35. That's at 297.4. And then 10.24 at 307.4. Okay. Couple per side. Probably makes more sense to do them in that order, I guess. And this side's going to be 3 charges. $307.7. This is 49. This one's gonna be 40. Rough day. I think it stinks that your location isn't climate controlled, honestly. $49.92, 307.7. Okay, 307.4. And 46.96. $80 degrees. Ugh. So we took those 2 out. Still haven't surrendered, I guess. 4580 and 4140. Okay, 55.8 on bearing 296.4. Then we need to go to 297.4. 41.40, bearing 297.4. Okay, clear these out because we fired on all those targets. Get a couple more of these each side. Let's see, so 312.5. At 889. And then 312.3. This is basically really close. And then 11.05. Three, 4 and 44.20. Okay, 44.20, 312.3. And 3 charges. Yes. Then we need to go to 312.5. Okay, 53.34, 312.5, 2 charges. got a couple tanks there. I'm sort of tempted to just use a large explosive because this is getting a little tedious. Although, I wonder what they would do if we just waltzed right into the middle of the city with Iron Nest. I think I would need a large explosion to hit these two in one go. Probably. It would be really borderline. Yeah, we could try it. Although I did only buy low explosive. No, I should have used the other marker. It doesn't put it on my clipboard. I'm kind of curious just to waltz into the city, so... Good night, Psychotic. Okay, bearing 301.0. Oh, I can't move more than 9.99 kilometers. Interesting. Well, let me just slightly adjust my plan then. Uh, 9.99, we'll do 300.4. All the shaking while we're moving makes it a little difficult. I have a suspicion the view out the window is always the same. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't even realize how the blast shield worked. They put a lot of detail into everything, didn't they? That doesn't much look like a city out there. I think it always uses the same skybox because you, you almost never see outside. Iron Nest and new location in K7. Yep, that would be correct. At least it makes the targets closer. We'll save on gunpowder. I guess waltzing into the city didn't impress them very much. Three, 1, 2. Bearing 305.2. One charge. Okay, we need to be at 37, so there maybe? 37, 4, 4. Let's see. So we have this unit here. I just need to be careful not to hit ours, but I think the low explosive head will be safe. Oh yeah, we'll be fine with the low explosive shell. That's gonna be 2 charges because it's 5.53. Bearing 282. $282.4. $33.18. I guess we'll take out these two artillery units here. Do need a low explosive for the left gun. This should be 55. .28. $55.14. Need 50. Okay. 289.7. Okay, 49.68. Oh, and there's actually a tank there. Okay. another low explosive, I guess. $86.9. $8.40. Okay, we'll fire this one. Parachute. Try some of these thermal shells, I guess. So we need to be 87, so we're gonna be like pointed the completely other way. 54.36. And that should be bearing 90.6. That looks to be the only unit left that we can see anyways. Did I have a low explosive left or I used it up? Okay. This is 99.4. No, that's the wrong thing. Alright. Oh, and I guess there's another supply bunker over there. Right on the edge of the map. Well, I don't know, it's getting late, so maybe we'll just end the mission here. I don't know if they will surrender if you, like, keep going, or... Guess we'll have to see what the achievements are. Viper defanged. The anti-monarchist's last organized military force has been destroyed, ending in every meaningful sense their capacity to continue defying the general's vision for a peaceful, united peninsula. Yeah. Ministry extends its sympathies to a cause that never understood it was defeated the moment it chose division over unity. Only Barcelona remains, and with it one final choice: join the peace or be destroyed, I guess. What did they say? Or be the last corner that must be shown the way. Reinforced lunch pails, now with shrapnel-resistant lid. Keeps bread fresh and intact. Trust what you're told. What you see is unverified. Services family portraits. Capture your family today before circumstances change. All is well in Castile. This is an approved statement. Okay, I guess we got a thing for eliminating all units. Destroy targets without requisitioning aerial reconnaissance. Minimal allied casualties. So what is the last one? Fire first shot swiftly after receiving orders and destroy a significant number of targets. Okay, so I guess you have to be a lot faster. Oh, we unlocked the atomic shell. Experimental fissile core shell. Theorized sustained chain reaction. Effects untested. It costs 666 requisition points. Oh, and then just cyanogenic gas. Lethal to units in the open. Fortified units unaffected. Oh, I guess there is one more mission, but it's getting late today, so we will pick that up later.